I was not going to stream this. I was just going to, I was going to stream it to my other channel, but I figured what the hell. So I'm back in my forest here, and I had decided I was going to convert the forest to a PCG graph in here. And the reason is that when I put my road through here, I want to be able to not have to redo all the foliage. So I'm going to set it up with a PCG network instead. So I've already started to do that. And you can see here's my graph. I basically stole this from another one that I had done, which I stole that setup from like just the default biome that you can get. So I'm just plugging in the trees and stuff that I had in the cabin scene so that it matches. And now I'm just trying to figure out like settings and stuff. Like I'm looking at this tree isn't going down into the ground quite enough. So just offset it a bit more. Wow, it's still too high. Oh, wow. I have my scale max at 3. Yeah, that's too big. Now it's better. It still is a very big tree. All right, I thought I actually had turned this down. I set that back to 1. That's a normal size tree. But now my forest is a lot, this guy's floating. It's a lot less dense. So now I can set that back. And now I need some more density. That is not in my PCG network. I wonder if it should be. Neither is that. Neither is that. Why are these hand placed? Oh, that must have been from the cabin. I wonder if I should put these in. Let's see. These are kind of heavy. I wish 5.7 has nanite foliage, but it doesn't have all the stuff that I need yet because it's still beta. There's usually a little bit of lag before all the plugins and everything catch up. Otherwise, I would love to jump in and use the foliage. All right, so I'm going to add in. This is my tree network here. So I'm going to add in one more tree. Let's add in one more tree. And do I have it selected? Yes. Okay, so if I add that in, did it update already? It did. Okay, so now we can see that tree is in here, and all of a sudden my performance just tanked. So I don't think I can put that tree in. Because this is me kind of modeling every little part individually, like before you could do that. Actually, is this tree? Maybe this one isn't. Yeah, I think it is. Like, I think each one of these needles is like a piece of geometry. So that's why my performance is absolutely tanking. Do I have that as nanite, I wonder? Oops. I don't. Why don't I? Does it break something? Sometimes it breaks stuff. Oh, and I also want preserve area. This is a tree I made in Speed Tree. $3 million vertices. Yeah, 3.2 million vertices. So it's pretty big. Probably not going to get away with this in the graph. Although that fixed my performance quite a bit. I think, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to do that. If I want some of those trees, then I'll hand place them, I think. Let's not put those in the graph. They're just too expensive. Where is my... All right, let's clear that out. Yeah, much better. Okay, so I need to increase the density. So surface sampler, just increase the points per square meter. Uh-oh. What happened? Why does it disappear? This is about the density I want, I think. I want it to be pretty dense. Obviously, yeah, that's pretty good. I don't want to be able to see through, you know, see through too far. So that's actually pretty good. I like that. Although once I add bushes and stuff, maybe I'll thin it out again. And then like these trees here. So I've got actually a section for rocks, ferns, clover, sticks. Okay. So in the sticks section, which is disabled right now, mesh entries. No, not the pine. This branch. And let's enable this. And I'm going to actually disable the tree. So I only have these branches. Let's go into unlit mode. So that's this. All these branches scattered all over the place. Just for some ground cover. I think that'll probably do. Is this the same one? Branch 1, branch 1. This is set to 2, the scale. So let's set my maximum scale to 2. Is that going to be too much? Be 1.5. It seems pretty good. Now leaves, in the other forest they did, I actually basically had all the leaves on the ground were geometry. I don't know that I need to do that with this. I'll add a couple here, and well, hopefully this isn't going to be too heavy. Ooh, yeah, it's pretty heavy. Let's turn that down a little bit. Let's turn off the trees and the sticks. What is this? Thorn bush. Okay, let's turn on the leaves. It's kind of weird how much they come up off the ground. It's a little like, I wonder if I can transform points. Did that flatten them? Oh, it's the wrong one. This one. Wait, is that not? Yeah, I want to scale the Z. So 0.5 kind of flattens it quite a bit, so why is that not working? Oh, uniform. I gotta turn uniform off. There we go. Yeah, that's better, I think. And then the material. Should maybe, if I go into unlit, see how it's much darker and grayer. There, now it blends in much better. Sure, that'll work. Let's go back to lit mode. Yeah, can't even tell it's there. Which then asks the question, do I need it? Really can't see it. Let's try adding a little bit of depth. Don't want to do that. I may not need these. Or maybe it's okay to have a little bit of color variation so it stands out a bit. I don't know. All right. And you know what? I don't like that now. It looks too blotchy. I think that's fine. I probably don't even need it. All right, so we've got, let's turn our trees back on. Or actually, let's put in some bushes. Where's my graph? Okay, let's close this. I should do a save all. So the advantage of doing it this way is that if I want to change the street, because I was moving the street around trying to get, like, if I want a bendy curve in the road or if I want a straight patch of road or whatever, and I can just change it on the fly. And since this is procedural, I won't have to redo like a whole bunch of stuff, which every time I moved the road, I was like having to repaint the foliage, which seemed kind of dumb. So, all right, let's get some shrubs in here. So I'll put this. Okay, these are the ones I'm done with. I'll put these off here. So now we want, do I want to put the rocks in? I'll leave those for now. Let's put the shrubs. Ooh, there's a lot of shrubs in there already. There's a lot of shrubs. And these are very heavy. My frame rate, I should display my frame rate. How do I do that? Okay, first let's turn these off. They moved stuff around. And now, frames per second. I'm only getting 23 frames per second right now? Are you kidding me? Why? There's not much in here. That's crazy. I wonder what's killing me. Well, it doesn't matter. This isn't a game. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't need 60 frames per second. Okay. All right. So I should edit the name of this. Ash vs. Evil Dead scene. This is PCG Forest. All right. Wait. Okay. Let's go back to the shrubs and 0.02, something like that. Let's turn it back on. And these are my bushes, which again are very heavy. My frame rate just went down to 6. These are very, very heavy. Which is crazy because I don't think, like my other scene, oh, because this is much bigger. Yeah, so we're going to have to get some lighter. Those could be hero trees that maybe I put in along the side of the road. But I'm going to need something cheaper. So what do we got in here? Procedural forest pack. Let's look at the static meshes. Oh, thorn bush. Yeah, let's try this one. And for this one, let's see. Maybe we'll try the Norway maple pack. Do we have any shrubs in here? Bushes? Not really. That's kind of small. It's not really a bush, but is this? It's just like cards. I mean, I guess that'll work. We'll try that. That's very small. I kind of want, like, I need more leaves. Like, I need something like this that's going to fill up space. Do I have anything like that, or do I have to go back to Fab? I mean, I know I've got tons of forest packs. It's just I hate importing like an entire pack for like one shrubbery. Let's see. I checked here already, right? This could work, maybe. Let's try this one. Yeah, I think that's probably better. It's a little too green. So this supposedly has like an autumn color thing. I mean, how many of these check boxes do I need to check to get it to work? Looks like there finally. And it's still green. I mean, trying to get it not so green, and I'm having a hard time here. There we go. It should feel like it's more, not quite winter, but okay. So let's turn my trees back on. Let's turn my sticks back on. And I really don't think I need my leaves. They're not doing anything. I don't need them at all, not for this shot. All right, so I'm still getting about 24 frames a second. This looks pretty good. Like, this looks very foresty for a road. And I'll just have to, like, once I get the road in place and see where my camera is, then I can worry about like filling in extra hand placed detail. You know, like maybe move some of these in the background to do stuff. But for now, let's see. So I have in here a landscape spline. I have to remember how this works now. By tag. Do I have landscape splines in here? Oh, that's not good. Why are those disappearing? I guess they don't have nanite turned on. All right, I'll have to figure out which tree that is. I don't know if I have. I guess I don't have one in here. Oh, that's right, because I deleted the landscape and made a new one. Okay, so if I. All right, how do I do this now? New spline. Did that do anything? Oh, that's not. No, I don't want to do that. That's spline. Okay, there we go. So this is now my road. So we'll just start with a straight path through, basically. And then I'll curve it as needed. But let's first get this working. So it's way too big, so we want half width. Something like that. That's even too big. Wow, why is it not? I don't know what these fall off things are. Half width. Why is this not getting smaller? Well, let me just wait and see. Okay, so if I have this spline in here, and if I just come out of this mode, theoretically, this doesn't seem like it's working. Okay, path narrow, path wide. Okay, I don't know why this isn't working. I don't think it needs a tag. Spline meshes. That's just to put a mesh on it so I have the road. Wait, why is there no tag for road? Probably save. I don't remember why this isn't working. I guess I could go back to the tutorial. I'm trying to remember what tutorial I was even watching to set this up. I mean, it's already set for a landscape. I know I had this working with a regular spline and then landscape splines. Okay, wait a minute. So it is seeing the path. Whoa. Okay, so it's making it very small. Okay. So it looks like it is working. Or is it? It looks like there's something going on in here. Is it just too narrow now? How do I? Where's that setting? This is very strange. I mean, it sure looks like there's something being cleared in a straight line here. Or is that just... It just looks like it's... Or maybe not. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just coincidence. All right, so... This is showing the path, so the PCG network is seeing it. For some reason, the bounds modifier. isn't doing anything? Oh, because I'm not debugging it. Okay, so this is path narrow. So what is this connected to? Path wide. It's not connected. It's not connected to the trees. That's why. Let's just call this, can I rename this here? Path. Shoot. Where are the settings for this thing? Road. Okay, so we'll put the road in here. And there we go. Now it's working. So the reason why I had it narrow and wide is I was making paths, and essentially I wanted to clear like the trees away. I want the trees to be like further away from the path, but I still wanted to be able to spawn like shrubs and smaller like saplings and stuff and ferns that could still get kind of close to the path. So they're kind of like variations of what could grow at what closeness to the path. So okay. So now it's working. Although, like, what is the, which one is the width? Where's my car for scale here? Where's my car? Where's the delta? Here it is. So that's not terrible. So yeah, that's why we're probably going to want to curve, you know, so you don't just look straight back to nothing. And I've also, it's like, so I don't know how, like, how do I select all the segments? Switch selected segments to points, like. I'm not sure what this. Okay, so I need to apply a mesh. So that's going to be in the. I'm using the country roads. Let's see, brushify. Wait a minute. Yeah. This one, maybe? Actually, there was something. there something? Maybe I should just turn this off while I'm doing this. You have to do that first, and then you can. There we go. Now we put the mesh in. And I'll have to move some things here. So then let's see. All right, now that we've done that, we will, let's get out of landscape mode. Go back into my graph. Now we need to make sure that the road is being plugged into all the stuff. So we've got road here, shrubs. We've got a bounds modifier. Let's not do that. Just disconnect this. Let's just make it roads for now. And the sticks. Road. Let's kind of move this stuff out of the way. All right, so where is my origin? It's right there. All right, let's move my, can I insert a point? I think you can. Maybe I'll just do something like that. Why does that look so bad? The thing is, I don't want any crazy turns because the car, then I have to animate the car around the turn, and sometimes like animating something going around a corner is difficult. You just have to get the pivot point right and everything, and then it's like maintaining the speed. I guess I could put it on a rail and do the rail animation thing. I also kind of want to put a lake in here too at some point. It just auto-saved like 3 seconds ago. Why is it auto-saving again? So I think at the why is this so slow? I have the PCG is turned off. Like, what is killing my? I don't know what's killing my performance. Is it because I'm streaming? That's why I don't always stream. Is this connected or is this a different one? There we go. So I think at the ends, I'll have it kind of turn off so that we don't just have that like road going off into infinity if we look back. So I'll just go off into the distance there. Although I don't get why. I don't know. I don't understand these. splines, to be honest. Like, I don't really get... I think that's probably fine. Okay. So we've got kind of a road, and then on the road we're going to put a Megascans texture. So material override. Although I wonder if I just put the texture on this thing, if that would be easier. Because then I'll have to go into this stupid landscape mode every time I want to change the material. Let me try just assigning okay, where's Fab? I should have this favorited. Add to favorites. Material instance. I think it's this one. What is this? All right, so if I just apply it to this, then I don't have to deal with the material override. Now the issue is this doesn't have... I think I have... I just... Try this one. No. It doesn't have the lines on it, so oh boy. The country roads one does have the lines on it, but I don't like... I don't like them. Like, I don't know, they just look weird. I don't know what's going on with this. So it's a masked material, and I guess he's feathering it at the edges or something, and that's why it looks weird. Yeah, and he's doing like weird stuff in here, landscape lens and all this crap. I don't need all this stuff. I don't understand where the painted lines are coming from. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I got too much crap open. Just do a quick save. Alright, I'm not sure what to do with this road yet. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just make sure everything else is set up and then I'll get the texture on there. So let's turn our... Okay, this is the origin. So I actually don't want my turn to be here. Oh, where'd it just go? Oh my God, what just happened? Alright, I just did something really bad. Why is this? Why does that say this is at 0, 0, 0? Why is that distance? See, this doesn't make sense the way this works. I want this section to be relatively straight. Why is that happening? Is there another point here? Oh my God. There's some kind of point here or something. Oh yeah, it's these. I really don't understand these road spline or these landscape splines. They behave very strangely. Okay, so I want this to go basically straight, and then we can kind of curve. Oh my God. What is going on here? All right. Okay, now where is... Okay. All right, maybe I'm starting to understand this. It's very... So, why can't I pull it? Okay. I want to have a little bit of a twist at the ends. All right, let's get out of this. So these are my hand-placed trees. All this stuff should go... Wow, what is all this stuff? Okay, I'm just going to delete that for now. What is this? Why does the texture look so bad? Like, that doesn't look good. Did I not get like the highest quality when I downloaded it or something? Can I do that? I'm trying to select all this stuff. Why is this frozen? Why am I getting such terrible performance? This doesn't make any sense. Oh, what? Okay. I just want to select all this stuff. So what is it? Oh, it's so much stuff. Oh, it's all over here too. Yeesh. Wait. Just trying to organize here, you know? Just delete this. No! Damn it. Alright, so then I've got my Niagara stuff. I got a couple more. Mossy rock. That's an extra delta. Delete that one. Okay, I think I've got everything kind of squared away here. So let's turn. So that's going to be my little lake if I do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it. In the original movie, they go across this like bridge that kind of goes out, which is why they can't get away, I think, if I'm remembering correct, because the bridge goes out. Turn the landscape back on. And wait, so the lake is like here. So if I go to landscape, just carve out a little spot for it. It's still calculating PCG stuff even though I've turned off. Alright, so now I'll just have to make sure that my forest isn't growing in the lake. If I even want the lake, I don't know if I'm going to want it. I should maybe tag these things so that the PCG will kind of grow around it. This road. Is it too wide? So there definitely needs to be more stuff along the edge of the road here. And I wonder if I'll just, in the PCG network, I'll make that specifically so I'm not like covering the entire landscape. I'll just have it denser around the road. And it feels like feels like some of my trees are not nanite because they're like, I'm seeing LEDs, it feels like. All right, it's 10:20. I think I'm going to call it a night soon. This has nanite. That has nanite. This does not. This does not. This does. Nothing. There's nothing in here. If you have an empty spot in there, it's actually going to just like, it'll still plot that point. It just won't fill it with anything. So you'll get less. You'll get less trees, fewer trees. Okay, so now the other thing is, see, like that's what I want to try and avoid. But I think that that's just where the PCG is running out. See, it would be cool to kind of do like a drone shot that kind of starts back maybe and comes in onto the road and starts following it. Maybe. I don't know. I only have like, the opening's only like 20 seconds or so, 20, 30 seconds. Actually, I should check and see what it is exactly. But so I don't have to have like a ton of shots. But I also need like these to kind of bookend. So we get the sense that there's stuff. Off in the distance. Um, whoa. Okay, so now that extends back enough. See how we're getting weird shading now? Yeah, that's a problem. So that's another reason why I want to have like a curve in the road, because if I'm getting shadow artifacts, The road needs some work still for sure. See, like the material, I mean, the material that it comes with, like it dithers into the landscape, but it just had this weird visual thing to it that didn't look very good. So I might try and make my own because I like this material better. Although it is kind of stretching because of the spline in places. But like it looks like it's stretched like this way. Is it stretched that way everywhere? Looks like maybe it is everywhere. So surfaces. They don't have the tiling split up. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so I will modify this. Tile X. I think maybe I have. The problem with some of the Megascan stuff is that I feel like some of it's using different master materials because I feel like they used to have tile X and Y separately, or maybe they used to not have it and now the new ones do or something. We'll do a multiply of that, and then this go into here, and we'll save, and hopefully we won't break everything. So that will allow me to tile X and Y separately. So we want to make this these put in here. And there we go. So wait, what? Huh? It's not doing anything. Oh, wait. No. Oh, I know why. I'm modifying it in the wrong place. Oh boy. Yeah, so I don't need an underscore. Okay, now if I save this, Now we should have tiling X and Y. And now I can put this in. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. Did it work? Yes. Now it's working. Great. Okay. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Clean this up a little bit. Save it. Okay. Now that looks a little better. There, that's even better. It doesn't look stretched. Yeah, it looks like a road. Just gotta deal with the sides. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with the sides. That could be a case where I use the decals. That looks weird. The road looks weird. I'll have to figure out the road. The road is not ideal. And again, it's because it's meant to be working with that material that fades it into the to the landscape. And I don't know that I want to do that the way it's doing it. I'll have to look into it again. All right, well, this is basically now set up to be... See, something like this that had a not like sharp edge could potentially, you know, just line the side of the road with a decal. I don't know. Once I get the shots that I need, then I'll worry about dressing, because I'll probably want to have some branches off to the side, you know, that the camera tracks past or something. this get? Oh, that's the grave from the cabin. You know, like I want to have stuff like this along the side. And I'll just put this where the camera goes. I'm not gonna, you know, won't go too crazy with it. Oh, wow. Obstacles. I wonder if I should put some of these in the PCG network. See, like stuff like this, I think I'll actually build a PCG network of this specific type of stuff to go along the edge of the road. Uh-oh, what did I do? Shoot, I have the landscape. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. All right, I gotta call it a night. Okay. There we go. And look, a little stump right in the middle of the road. Great. All right. Sweet. Cool forest. Looks good. The edge of the road needs work. Like I said, I'm probably... Now, there's two ways to go about doing it. I could just... Once I get the camera work like finalized, then I could just go and put the stuff in where it needs to go, just based on the actual cameras, instead of like doing a lot of work that I may not need to do. Which maybe is what I should do. There's a straight decal here, it looks like. Where is it? All right, the one last thing I want to try and do is maybe just play around with the distance meshes. Just trying to keep my what is this? A single leaf? It's a single leaf. All right. Those are big leaves, man. You know, put a couple leaves on the road or something. This is a nice decal. Actually, both of these are nice. I just wish it didn't have a box, like such a hard edge on it. Because it would be nice to kind of scatter some stuff on the road. I should probably just take this texture and delete, like, I mean, it's meant to repeat, I guess, but I might just make a separate version that lets it, where is the repeating? Doesn't have an option to repeat it. Oh. Crop. Oh, that's just offset. It's not crop. So if I were to repeat it a bunch, and then I could make a bigger area with it. Which is cool. So you can use it to kind of break up the landscape texture a little bit. but the problem is it's going on the trees, so I would have to just disable it from the, make those trees not accept decals. All right, so what I was gonna do, which I started to do like 5 times, is I just wanted to maybe play with the lighting a little bit. So like it'd be nice to maybe have the sun like, hello, is anything happening? Manually position. Why is nothing? Do I, what? I don't get it. Why is my light not changing? I've got another light in here. Oh, look, it's nighttime. Is that just controlling? Oh, that's doing everything. So anyway, what I was saying is I kind of want to get, I kind of like the feel of this. I kind of wanted to get some like sun rays coming through the trees or something, like, you know. Do I have too much fog? Like my sun feels like it's not very bright. Sun intensity 8500. Yeah, it should be like at least that. In fact, it should be like at least 50. Then my overall intensity, maybe come back down to 1. There we go. Now we're starting to get something. Yeah. What's my fog set at? 5. What's my cloud coverage? I don't really see any clouds. Now it's cloudy. I think this is starting to get there. Yeah, just like fix the edges of the road, And maybe it's just covering it up with shit like this or whatever. Why is my light flickering? And why is that happening? Very weird. Very weird. Why is that happening? Doesn't make any sense. I don't know. But something like that. I don't like these things. I can maybe look for some more stuff on Fab. Or like I said, maybe I'll make a network. A PCG network that will line the sides with something. I don't like this. Yeah, the road is too even. It needs like some more stuff on it. I'll have to look at some references. And what is this? It's a hand-placed tree. Let's get rid of it. All right, well, that's done. We could, let's move these to Niagara. Why are they all the way down there? Why am I not seeing the box? Where's the bounding box? Why can't I see the bounding box? Anyway, we could put a few of these. Or maybe we just make a really big one. It's a little too much. That's not bad. That's maybe even a little too much. That's okay, maybe. Maybe just have one massive one. There's a way to make them collide. I actually might have to do that. I know I've done it before, where you set it up so it doesn't go through the bottom, because that looks weird, obviously. So but you know what, I'm not going to worry about it, because I may not see it at all, even in the I'll wait and see what the shots look like. All right, but I've got my country road. We've got a foggy sky. We've got a bit of a lake here. This is pretty empty. It's really empty. Why does this look so much different? Uh-oh. Why does this feel so much denser? Oh, I know why. Because this has a different texture on the ground. This has the leaves. I mean, it's a pretty good road section to do some shots on. I think it'll work. All right, cool. I think that's going to be it. Tomorrow I will do, I think I've got the stupid delta mostly worked out. I started doing a test of the this front seat here in one of the other levels. This is a mess. I don't know what's going on here. The UVs are a little bit jacked up here, and there's like problems with the model. I don't know, man. Seatbelts are a little messed up. I need to do a little more work tidying up. I just need the seat section, and I guess this door needs to be textured. like. For this shot, I'll have to do some light leaking. Yeah, it's just there's just a couple little spots I got, like, just to get that cleaned up. There's missing like a whole section of the car here. Oh, it's just not two-sided, right? Is that what's going on? Oh, it's because it's got a world grid material. You know what? I'm just going to make a gray material. Gray. Let's make this gray. Something like that. Oh, and let's make it two-sided too. Let's do a quick save all. Holy cow, it's 11 o'clock. I feel stretched again. Just put this on here. I guess that should technically be chrome. This should be that's going to make it either all rough or all right, whatever, it's fine. So the paint should also be two-sided. Missing the dashboard. That'll at least stop the light leaking coming in. Maybe should the seats be two-sided too? Yeah. Seats. There. Now I don't have the light coming through. But yeah, there's just going to be this little interior shot of the Necronomicon sitting on the seat with maybe, oh, I don't have it in here. I was going to say maybe even the chainsaw. Or I wonder if I should have a shot of the back seat. You know, for like looking out the road, and then the camera just kind of slowly goes over here, and we see this on the back seat. Then I'm going to need to do, I'll have to do the dashboard and everything. Eesh. Maybe not. It would be nice to kind of, well, you know what, whatever. I was going to say rig up the tires to have a little bounce. But I'm not getting that complicated with this. Looks like I'm missing a piece here. Or is that just the chrome reflecting weird? It's just the chrome reflecting weird. I feel like I'm not getting... Is that a bounce issue? Okay, I'm seeing it up here. That's making a difference. But it's not making a difference here for some reason. Okay, so let's... Wait. Control plus quick. I feel like... There we go. Okay, so now it's not generating on the fly anymore. Yeah, I think it's gonna look good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make another turn because that shadowing weirdness is not gonna be. I wonder if the road's too wide. Well, I guess it's not too wide. It just feels too even. That's the only issue. Feels a little dim. I'm just messing around now. All right, that's about it. Let's call it in tomorrow. I got to get these first few shots done tomorrow, so I really got to get this the delta squared away. Maybe I should make a list. The headlights, like this front part of the car, I think is going to be featured, so I really got to make sure this grille looks okay. Which means I need a license plate, although the one in the show doesn't have a license plate. This thing needs to be... I'm going to have to animate the tires. Why does this feel like a different color than that? It's just the dirt. Should maybe get some more grunge on the windshield. That's a little too it's a little too clean. Needs more dirt on it. And I don't think there's any transparency built into it. So I'm gonna have to set up a proper glass material for the for that. All right, this time for real, calling it.